I'm going to show you a simple pattern that shows you every chord in every key, and I'm not going to take 10 fucking minutes to do so. The order of chords in any key goes as follows: major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. So let's apply this. So all you need to do is go to the E string and find a C. That's the 8th fret. Once there, just play this simple pattern. And you can build a major chord off of each of those notes. So I get C, F, and G. And that's 3 out of the 7 chords found. To find the minor chords, simply go down 3 frets from C, 1, 2, 3, and repeat the same pattern. And you can build a minor chord off of each of those notes. This gives us A minor, D minor, and E minor. We've now covered 6 out of the 7 chords. The last one is the diminished chord. So again, let's return to C. This time we'll go down 1 fret, and that's where the diminished chord lives. So in the key of C, we have a B diminished. Done! You could end this video now if you wanted to, but keep watching to make sure you're not a highly stupid person and solidify what you just learned. If we were to repeat this process with the key of E, what chords would we get? Well, let's walk through that process. First, find E on the E string. Done. Next, repeat the pattern. That gives us the notes E, A, and B, which means that our major chords within the key of E are E, A, and B. Now, let's slide down 3 frets from E, 1, 2, 3, and play our minor chords. So in the key of E, we have C sharp minor, F sharp minor, and G sharp minor. Lastly, we have to find our diminished chord. So we'll return to E, slide down 1 fret, and we end up with a D sharp diminished. Easy! Even a non-guitarist could do this. If you can't follow, maybe you should consider taking up cigarettes! Let's do this with one more key to make sure you really get it. Key of A flat, I choose you! Feel free to pause the video now to try and figure out the chords on your own before I go over them. So once again, find A flat on the E string, play the pattern, identify what those notes are. They're A flat, D flat, and E flat, which means our major chords in the key of A flat are A flat, D flat, and E flat. Doesn't get any easier than that. Now let's come back to A flat, slide down 3 frets, and repeat the pattern. F, B flat, C, which means our minor chords in the key of A flat are F minor, B flat minor, and C minor. Lastly, we have to find our diminished chord. So we will return to A flat, slide down 1 fret, and we end up with a G diminished. Age reveal at 1 million subs. We can take this a step further and turn our triads into 7th chords. You see, throughout this entire lesson, we've only been looking at triads, aka 3-note chords. 7th chords have 4 notes. Triads have 3 notes, the root, 3rd, and 5th of the scale. 7th chords have all that plus the 7th note of the scale. So if we revisit the key of C, we can repeat that simple pattern to also get the 7th chords. In the key of C, we have a C major 7, F major 7, and a G7. Remember, this note specifically will always be a dominant 7th. Okay, when you build the 7th chord off that note, it's always going to be a dominant 7th, not a major 7th. All right, so now let's return to C, slide down 3 frets. Now we can get our minor 7th chords, which in the key of C, we have A minor 7, D minor 7, and E minor 7. Now let's return to C, slide down 1 fret, to get our last chord, which is B minor 7 flat 5. Your homework is now to find the 7th chords of these keys. 52-week Guitar Player is currently closed for enrollment until mid-June. We just closed on March 31st, so now is a super early time to get on the waiting list. Get structure, practice routines, feedback, accountability, live interaction with pros, and big fun in the sun. Click the link in the description to sign up to the waiting list. Now just leave!